Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's that time. It's tarot time with Cindy. We're going to do a general collective reading. We're going to do you, your friend, and your foe. I'm going to do it though. This always makes it very spicy and interesting. I'm going to do it with the archetype deck, and I am reading the reversals for the shadow sides of you, your friend, and your foe. However this comes out, you know, the energies, I'm working with 3 different energies here. You may identify yourself in one of these other categories, but I am going to talk to you like you are the you energy, the you energy. If you feel like you need to move it around, please do so. But from this point on, you will be referred to as you. All right, let's see. We're going to see you, your friend, your foe. What is your energy? What are your motives? And what are your motives directed towards at this time, as well as your friend and your foe? Let's see. Okay. Oh, your energy's reversed. A networker in the shadow conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? So conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear. Okay, I don't know. Maybe you're gossiping. Maybe you're spreading some type of information here, though, but it makes people fearful. It makes people fearful. What are your motives? Well, your motives are in the upright. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, victim in the light. Prevent you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. Oh, you're spreading fear. Okay, so here's the thing. Maybe you really believe whatever this is. Like you don't want, okay, I'm not going to be a victim in this situation. I'm not going to let other people be a victim in this situation. But because this is in the shadow, it sort of feels like to me that you might be saying to someone like, oh, you know what? Oh, there's one of those restaurants opening up here. You know, when one of those restaurants opened up in a place where my friend lived years ago, it brought all these gang members or something like that, right? Like the gang members love eating their chicken. They love eating their chicken. So we shouldn't go there, right? Like it's spreading some type of, it's definitely spreading a fear. But a personal, I want to say though, the personal gain might be just like, none of us be a victim here. None of us are going to be a victim of that chicken restaurant because it brings gang members in. It might not be true though. Like that's the thing I'm getting here. It's like, well, that might, or even if that was the case, well, that was because actually it had nothing to do with the chicken place. It had everything to do with the location. And it was just like gangs there. But because there aren't here, you're not going to get that at the chicken place. Like that's sort of how like I would read that a little bit. Okay. Oh, what your motives are directed towards are reversed, but that's interesting because I want to say that, right, your motives are that nobody's going to be a victim here. And so you're directing that towards something that is in the shadow. And that is alchemist in the shadow. Misuse of the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. Okay, so you don't want yourself or anyone else here to be a victim of somebody who is misusing some sort of power and knowledge through spiritual practice. It might be that or it might not be. But oh, you know what else I'm getting with this? You could be like getting like collecting information here yourself. You could be collecting information here yourself. Could be part of what your energy is. You're finding out who is spreading information or what information here is only being spread for like for the personal gain of someone here. Somebody's got a personal gain with this information. And they're creating fear through these lies or falsehoods. I'm kind of wondering if this is like, you're kind of like, maybe even your inquisitive mind is sort of like, that's what's going on here. It's like, okay, who's lying here? Who's creating the fear? What's the actual lie? And right, your motive is like, I'm not going to be a victim here. I'm going to make sure I know what's going on. And it's because somebody's misusing power and their knowledge. Now it's interesting, through a spiritual practice. I mean, it could be honestly, could be anything. Oh, your friend's energy is in the reverse too. Mother in the shadows, smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. I don't know, maybe it's something your friend is dealing with, but their motives are in the reverse. Thief, stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. What the fuck? Everybody woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. The friend's motives are directed towards the rebel in the shadow, rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. Okay. I'm going to tell you this. I feel like you have a friend here who's maybe spreading misinformation. You have a friend, I'm going to call this like a genuine friend, and this person is spreading some type of misinformation to create fear. I don't know. It could have something to do with some type of mother or children's issues as well. It's maybe meant to instill some type of guilt also. Because why does your friend want to steal? They're stealing something that they feel like they lack. That's their motive. Their motive is to steal money, creative idea, affection, or other power that they think they lack. But you see, okay, I feel like whatever it is that the friend thinks they lack, it comes from some type of authority that likely isn't actually even responsible for the lack that they have, right? Like where is this motive directed towards? Or even how are they using this motive? I'm rejecting legitimate authority out of my anger. I'm going to rebel out of peer pressure or fashion because this is the cool thing to do, or everybody is thinking like this. That is very interesting. I feel like you have a friend here who you're like this says it all in the whole reading so far, because your motives are that you're not going to let yourself or others be a victim. Now, maybe that also includes your friend here, but that could be tricky because the friend is in kind of a funny energy. Your friend is in kind of a funny energy. Now, so this is also interesting because the foe is in the upright. The foe is in the upright. The foe is a companion, loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. Oh, that's interesting. Oh my God. Okay, this could be your mother. This could be like your mother. And your mother is saying things here because she, oh my God, she doesn't want you to have some type of independence. Or someone, so, like, right? And your mother's like, I'm trying to be helpful here for you, honey. I am trying to tell you, okay? Oh my goodness. Yeah, because they could be saying, you know what, that is not reminding me of the Scorpio reading I did last week, or whenever you're watching this, is earlier this week. And I was like, I don't know. I was your Auntie Cindy. I would be sitting down and having a conversation with this person because I'm not sure about this. But it's almost like your mother sits down and has a conversation, or your mother doesn't want you to be with someone. That's the other. It's almost like, because are these, oh, interesting. The foe is also in the upright for their motives. I'm getting the impression here that there's somebody pretending to be your friend, or someone, if it is like a parental figure, and there's this parental figure is trying to guide you away from like a possible companion here. Maybe it's even a new friend, right? It's like they don't want that. But this friend is someone who is loyal and unselfish, because the behavior of the friend is not unselfish. The foe's motives: mystic in the light, revels in intimate union with the divine. Wow, okay. The foe's motives are this, okay, this could even be someone who, oh, spiritual. I was wondering if this was going to come around because I wasn't quite, it felt like it was very specific and I didn't want to say anything. I was like either, well, I didn't know if it was specific or it just wasn't landing or sticking to anything for me, like mentally with that. But I'm seeing how it's probably going to in the part here where we talk about misuse of power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. Because this foe, I'm going to do that because this is somebody here who is either trying to keep you codependent or they're doing something. They're stifling some type of independence or maturation. They're really not your friend here in this situation. I feel like there could be someone else, and this person could be very different. Like, right? Like they're much more spiritual, because you may have learned, or someone here is trying to enforce an unhealthy type of spiritualism on you, possibly, right? Like that's what this is guided towards. Oh my God, no. This is, I'm almost feeling like I'm reading for someone who has just met a person who's into spiritualism. A person who's into spiritualism, and your mother or some sort of parent is guiding you away from it. It's almost like you may even be new to like coming to tarot readings, and you're like, I don't want to be a victim. I don't know what to think. Because the foe who you're being told is like the enemy that is against you. This is a loyal and unselfish companion, whether that's romantic, friendship, work, whatever that would be. Their motives are true spiritualism, like connecting with the divine in a very pure and holistic and unadulterated way here. Now, let's see what the foe's motives are directed towards, because it is directed towards something in the shadow. Oh, look at Virgin, fear of intimate union. Oh, this is interesting. It's almost like your mother is saying, don't you sleep with that person. They're wicked. They're evil. And you're like, I don't want to be a victim here. I don't know what to do. So you're getting, I feel like this card is really representing like your energy. That you're dealing with someone who is conveying information to you for personal gain. You're trying to figure out which one it is. And because it doesn't have to be a mother, but it's someone, they're coming through as like wanting to kind of smother you. They want you to feel guilty. It could even be a friend, right? Like it could be someone like maybe if you're dating or something like that, right? Or there's somebody that you're interested in. And there could be a friend here who's like, oh no, I had like a lot of fun. If they're dating someone, how am I gonna like hang out with them anymore? They're not like, it's like, no, I don't want them to be more independent. I gotta make them feel guilty here. You know, I'm gonna make them feel guilty through, I want to say it's almost like a fear. Someone here is trying to make you feel guilty by spreading some sort of false information to cause fear. You want to know who's the one misusing the power. That's what this is about. Somebody here, it's almost like somebody here is misusing. Somebody here is not being truthful. Well, I'm going to be honest. It's like the foe. The foe is the one who's actually being honest. And, okay, why the foe, it's almost like the foe can tell that you are afraid of being like closer to them. And whatever that might be, maybe it's like a sexual thing, I don't know. But even if it's just a friendship, you know, like putting your arm, giving each other a hug when you meet or something like that. Boy, this one is very intriguing. Lover, advocate and lover advocate is upright. Lover was in the reverse. Obsessive passion that harms others. Self-destructive devotion. Inspires you to put compassion into action. Yeah, this is very fascinating. Okay, now if we go back to the friends, what their motives are directed towards. rejects legitimate authority out of anger. I want to say because your foe's motives, like that's legitimate authority, is true spiritualism through the divine. I mean, I could be reading for someone here too who has always followed a particular religion, right? And followed everything that that religion says. And you've come across someone who's more kind of into mystical things, but, or it's even someone who just knows, I don't need to go to a church to connect with God. I don't need like an in-between. I connect with God. That's like, that to me is how the foe's energy is coming through here. But because this friend, it's rejecting the legitimate authority, I would say, of the foe, or at least the authority that the foe follows. And I also feel like there's something here that, like this friend is lacking something. I think it's like affection and power of some type. I mean, it could be money or creative ideas, but the way the cards are coming through, I feel like it more has something to do with affection or power or control. So the networker in the reverse is your energy. The Six of Swords and the Ace of Cups. No, I feel like you want to go in the right direction here. I feel like you want to make things better or good. Now, I really do. I want to know with this mother. Tell me the friend's energy. The friend. The friend is the mother in the shadow, which is very smothering and controlling. Oh my God, the Emperor in the reverse came out and the Devil. That's what I see upright. Face up, I mean. The Knight of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Emperor in the reverse, and the Devil. Total control freak. Oh my God. This is not your friend. They're not acting in your best interest. Like, okay, you know, to call it a friend, if it is a parent, I mean, you can have friendship with your parent. I kind of think as you get older, you can, but it depends on relationships. I don't know, some yes, some no, right? Like I can say, like my mom and I can be friends, but not everybody has a good relationship with their mom. So, and this is not either. I'm not picking up the energy of, you know, like there are moments when her and I are like, okay, I think we've enough time together because we can be very similar and we start to get on each other's nerves. But we can just do a week before that happens. This isn't even that. This is like someone who is a might even try to control financially here. Definitely wants the love from you. Wants the love from you. Or wants, it's almost like they're instilling some sort of a love wound. They're creating, or they have their own love wound. They might have their own love wound here. They hang on. Oh my God, this is such a hang on energy. Like not letting go. For the love of God, this foe won't let go. Or friend, well, if they are the foe, this friend will not let go. They want codependency. They want an unhealthy, toxic relationship because they have some type of their own wound here around romance and love. I feel like your energy is to dispel something this negativity, this falsehood and lies or fears that are being created or have been created or in process of created. Victim is your motives. The Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, and the World. The Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, and the World. It's almost like you want to change your circumstances. It's almost like you know that there's somebody here who's isolating you. You can see that this person is isolating you. And it honestly, like, it could even be like a friend, like not even like a blood relative. This person doesn't have to be a blood relative, the friend. They could be a mother themselves, and you could see like maybe how they mother, that they are quite stifling. They're quite protective. They're over the top helicopter for like a 20-year-old kid, like who doesn't have any disabilities. Like it's like, whoa, this person is really like, you want to end the cycle of victimhood. This could even be ending like, because there's a long-standing wound here that comes in with the friend mother of around romance and companionship. They have their own long-standing wound. You could be in the process here of trying to end a cycle of an ancestral wound. Yeah. Right? And what motivates you is this misuse of power and knowledge. Oh, the Ten of Wands. Judgment. The Ten of Wands, Judgment, and the Four of Swords. I do feel like to some extent here, like if there's a friend, the foe, I feel like though that the foe is not the foe. And I don't know if this is a process that you're going through and you're like, oh my God, this person was acting like they were giving me advice or guiding me in a way that was in my best interest. But I can see right now, and they were warning me against this person, or they were doing something. And it's literally like the person who is showing up as your friend, or I have your best intentions here, that could not be more opposite. This is the first time I've done a reading where I can clearly see that the person behaving as a friend is clearly your enemy. Clearly. This person will stifle you. This person will sabotage your relationships. This person will do all such things because they lack the ability to cultivate healthy, normal relationships with other people on their own. There is some type of codependency that this true enemy of yours is using here. It could be biological. It could be like blood is thicker than water, honey, or something like that, because they are truly, truly your enemy. And right, and this is almost like if you're recognizing that, I think you're in some way and going, all right, we have to stop this because I've been a victim. My actual friend, who I would say is this, has been a victim. And whatever part you played in it, it's almost like I carry it. Let's deal with it. Say whatever you got to say and let's heal it. Almost like, yeah, no, I shouldn't have listened to that person. That kind of, that's what it's about. You don't, or there could even be someone here, like maybe it's your own child or something. You're like, I'm not going to let my mother or my father do this to my own kid. I'm going to call this out and we're going to heal it. Oh, this is such a powerful reading. The friend's motives are stealing what they don't have for themselves. Oh my God. The Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords fell out. As I said, stealing affection. Then two cards came out face down. Eight of Cups and the High Priestess. They're stealing your affection, and they're trying to, again, this is the person is coming up as your friend who is truly an enemy to you. They are stealing affections. They are trying to remove maybe even anything emotional that you may have built with someone else here. Now, the High Priestess, that's also interesting because that's a mystic. You could say that's kind of like a mystic energy. That's the energy that your foe is motivated by. I would guarantee you that this, I'm going to call them your true enemy in this spread. They're not your friend, and I'm not going to call them that anymore. Your true enemy. If whoever this real friend is, okay, if they have, like, even if they have a social media, if they have a Facebook page, they have an Instagram, anything like that where, you know, they might post things that have to do with the spiritualism that they engage in, or sort of like deeper knowledge that they have, you know, possessed over time and in life. Your true enemy will take that as theirs in some way. I really believe so. In the same breath, though, rejecting the authority of true divinity. This person is working for the devil, right? They are working for the devil. They are serving their own ego. I'm going to tell you, this is probably like a narcissist energy right here, right? That's a narcissist energy with the emperor in the reverse and the devil. Because they are run by their ego. They're totally selfish. They have no other functionality about them except total selfishness, and I'm going to bind you to that. Because the devil, narcissists are, because they are honestly so weak of heart and mind, they truly are, that they are the flying monkeys for the devil. And that's who this friend is. Oh, okay. What friends? Sorry, I'm looking at what I have written here. What motivates this true enemy is rejecting a legitimate authority out of anger. Well, I'm sure they do get angry. The Four of Cups and the Two of Wands. They don't see the higher cup, right? Well, they're working for the devil. The devil is in their head and the devil is in their heart. The devil is in their head and the devil is in their heart. Okay, if this person is not a narcissist and you love this person, I don't know, they need something here. I don't know what that is. I'm not a psychologist or anything like that. So your friend is a loyal, unselfish, tenacious companion. That's the real friend here. I mean, based on the cards, this person cannot be an actual foe. The King of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Tower. Oh, and the Five of Pentacles. Something has happened here is taking you away from them. This totally. What did the mother do? What did the mother energy do here? Oh my God, could this even be like someone from a long time ago? Because you have the Three of Pentacles here too. Like that could be in a church group. I don't know if you would find this person in a church. You might. But, or a school or something. Maybe you know this person from college or university. Maybe you know them from like kindergarten. Maybe they were your first. I remember my first crush. His name was Andrew. So cute. So cute. I remember. We got in trouble because we went into the bathroom together and he showed me he had a different part than I did. It was really intriguing. I'm like, because I don't have any siblings. Like, oh my God. So many questions. I just remember that. I remember the teacher coming and go, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, did you see what Drew has? You can't. I'm like, oh, that's bad? It looks interesting to me. I just remember that. Anyway, it's just kind of cute because it's, oh my God, it's almost like that energy, right? Like coming in the bathroom and finding you there. Oh, what are you doing in here? I'm not doing anything, but did you see what Andrew has? I've never seen such a thing. Anyways, that is one of the tiny little memories I have. Like kindergarten. Andrew. I wonder where he is now. I wonder if he has that memory. He's like, I remember this girl, Cindy. She's the first girl I showed my to. The foe's motives are mystic. Revels in intimate union with. Oh, it's the Ace of Wands. Oh my God. It is. See? Oh, with the moon. Oh. Don't be afraid. It's almost like, don't be afraid of me. Don't be afraid of me. See? Don't be afraid of it. Oh dear. Now I really see. I didn't laugh when I was that little. I just thought it was intriguing. But now I'm older. I'm like giggling, and now I'm like I'm 8 instead of 4 or 5 or whatever the hell I was. I don't know. Maybe it was even in preschool. I don't remember. So their motives, it really is through spiritualism, divinity, mysticism, to find the truth there. You find the truth there in that. That's the foe's motives. Are to enlighten in the fog. Like, to bring bravery to fear. And what your foe's motives are, oh, a fear of intimate union. Some of the Ace of Wands. Still thinking of Andrew in the bathroom. Okay. The Justice card. Was it Adam now? I can't remember. His name started with an A. Sure it was Andrew. I've told that story a long time ago. I know some of you watch everything. If you've ever remembered me telling this, what is it? Because now I'm getting older and things are getting foggy. Is it Adam or Andrew? No, I think it was Andrew. Okay. Oh my God, it is to bring justice to this, to not be afraid to connect with this person. Don't be afraid to connect with this person. This is so intriguing, right? Because their motives here are, they're directing them towards the fact that somebody here is afraid of getting close to them. And they think, like, I think that that's you. Carrying the weight of this misuse of power and knowledge. To rise above the weight that you carry, the information that you carry, if that information is incorrect. To wake up and heal. Boy, that's something else, isn't it? The Queen of Swords. The Ten of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords. The Three of Cups and the Queen of Swords. See, the Ten of Pentacles is kind of coming across as like those structures and authorities that have power over us. And then that gets us in our head. And that gets us in our head. The structures that have authority over us get in our head. I mean, it's almost like you should get together with your friend. Get together with your friend. See things clearly? Or they're trying to get you to see them clearly. Wow, that is a very interesting reading. I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, I'm going to ask, well, what is the unexpected coming towards you? What is the unexpected coming towards your friend, which is the true enemy? And what is the unexpected coming towards your foe, which I would say is actually your friend here, right? There you go. There's two options below in the description for the extended if you would like to follow me there. The first option is to become a membership for the YouTube channel. Please pick tier number 2, all extended videos. If you don't want access to all the extendeds and you just want to do a one-time purchase, you can do that in the second link, which is on the Gumroad app. Thank you so much, everyone. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.